Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Trevor Penning and Malcolm Roach get run out of practice. 3 straight days Penning's been in a fight. I love it because he's coming in just being mean, filthy, nasty. Dennis Allen kind of poo-pooed it today. What's your thought?
Look, I'm with you. I think, and look, he is encouraged to be playing the way that he is. And he mentioned this when he talked to the media a few days ago. That is what he has done his entire career, and that's the way he is going to play. He's not going to change. I think what got under Dennis Allen's skin today is, like you said, it's been the 3rd straight day now, and it wasn't just a little skirmish and you're just going to, miss a few seconds and get back right into the next rep. This was totally different. This went on for a solid 60 seconds, 90 seconds after. And of course, you could not see who was involved at first because every defender was surrounding the two, and you're going, who is it? Who is it? Well, it turned out it was Penning and Roach. And you really knew it because they started walking off the field as in out of the indoor facility because they were ejected. So I think it's the missed time that irked Dennis Allen so much. But look, I'm just telling you now, Penning is not going to change the way he's playing.
Good. How about Carl Granderson punching him? Like, that's the... Like, straight punched a dude with a face mask on.
I'm telling you, I was thinking about it, and I texted you earlier. I'm thinking like it's Bad News Bears now, and he's Tanner Boyle, and he's taking on the entire 7th grade. I mean, he's just going to take on the entire team if it has to turn into that. I mean, J.T. Gray, Scott Blanchard, Peyton Turner, Carl Granderson, and now Malcolm Roach. I mean, he's taking them all on.
Is Penning going to win the starting left tackle job?
Good question. I mean, right now he's still working too. James Hurst has been pretty good in camp. So, I mean, if Penning's going to win that job, he's going to have to earn it. I think we're really going to find out when you, of course, get into the preseason games how much Hurst plays. I can't stress this enough, Matt. Those joint practices up in Green Bay in a couple of weeks are going to be really fun to watch. And I think it's going to go a long way as to what you're going to see, who's going to play, and what spots they're going to be in. But yeah, it's definitely, I'm sorry, I'm being bothered by my young son.
I love live radio.
I had to go outside, man.
I don't care.
Outside now.
Give your son the phone. Have you never watched this show before, Graff, or listen? I don't want to talk to him. I want to know what he's pissed about.
No, he's just pissed because I'm on the phone and not paying attention to him, Matt. I mean, it's pretty simple.
So
but
good.
no, Hurst. Look, it's gonna be fascinating to watch, and I think both have a very, very good chance of being the number 1 left tackle.
Okay, so Penig gets thrown out. Tyrann welcomed back in.
Yeah.
How concerned were you about Tyrann when he was absent for more than a week?
A little. I mean, I was, again, told, don't panic, everything's going to be okay, and I think the Saints handled it perfectly, to be quite honest. They said, he's dealing with some stuff, and when he's ready to come back, we're going to welcome him back with open arms, and that's exactly what happened. And you played the bite with Dennis Allen. They met at the hotel last night. Everything was great. Got back in there. They're going to ramp him up. He did not participate in any team drills today, Matt, but every individual and every walkthrough rep he was in. As a matter of fact, he didn't come off the field at all. So, and you got to understand as well, and Dennis Allen talked about it, he's a veteran and he's been in these defenses before, so he's really not going to have that much of a learning curve. And he was here during OTAs and minicamp. He kind of has an idea of what they're going to do defensively. So, if it would have continued for another week, then you're talking about how much is he missing, and then it is a concern. But I think it was right on the line where maybe a little concern didn't turn into full-blown panic for Saints fans.
By the way, if you're watching the video courtesy of our friend Fletcher Mackel there at Fox 8 of Tyrann there at practice today, which is great to see. Todd Graffagnini's with us. He's on Twitter at NTGraff. Give him a follow. I wanted to also ask about Chris Olave. We're asking about Penig. Might as well ask about Olave. Again, I'm not there every day, Graff, but it seems as though, as I follow along with the practices, he's starting to become more and more fluid, more and more impressive. People are talking about him. What's going on there with Olave, and am I reading that correctly?
No, you're reading it correctly, Matt. And again, I've been there every day and watched every rep. He just belongs. You can tell he belongs. And look, he's got work to do. He talked after practice today, addressed the media. He said, look, I got to still work on what I need to do at the line of scrimmage as far as getting jammed and not being able to get in his route quickly. But Matt, what he does do is he stops and starts so quickly. His cuts, left, right, back, forth. He does them very, very fluidly, and he does not lose any of his speed. And after he catches the ball, he can get you those yak yards. And look, the ball doesn't hit the ground for the most part when it's thrown at him. I mean, we've seen some defensive plays against him, but if it is in his way and it is catchable, he is catching it. And that's just, it's going to be a very comforting thing for Jameis Winston to know if I get the ball to Olave, for the most part, he is going to catch it, and he can do something after he catches it. By the way, speaking of wide receivers, Michael Thomas participated in 7-on-7 drills for the first time during camp, so they're ramping him up a little bit, and he was targeted 4 times during 7-on-7, making every catch. So, again, with Thomas and Olave and Jarvis Landry and Deontay Hardy, who's having an outstanding camp, and Marquez Callaway. I mean, this is just a completely different wide receiver room than we saw a year ago.
Graff, they worked on third downs today?
Did for the first time, and that's actually at the end of practice. That's when the incident took place between, yeah.
So they ran him out there at the end of practice.
It was a crossing route to Tre'Quan Smith. He made the catch. He ran out of bounds, and I'm watching the play, and all of a sudden I'm hearing yelling. I'm going, what's going on? And there it was, a wall of white jerseys. And I'm going, what in the world?
I love it.
Then 2 guys walked out of the building.
I love it. So good. And then we also got to see, you mentioned Olave. It was ones-on-ones today with the DBs?
Yeah. Well, wide receivers versus DBs. So you had a bunch, and that's one of my favorite drill, one-on-one. Mm-hmm. You know, you got the quarterback, you got a wide receiver, and you got a DB. And they're just battling it out, line of scrimmage, running routes, and you see so many combinations. And, you know, you see Olave, and you see Callaway, and you see Tre'Quan Smith. Now, Jarvis Landry did not practice today. He had a vet day, so he wasn't out there. Now, we still have not seen Michael Thomas in those one-on-one drills yet, but they're amping it up. But you're going up against Paulson Adebo, who you could argue is the MVP of camp right now. They're going up against Bradley Roby and Alontae Taylor. So you're seeing those individual battles, and you know you see some wins and you see some losses by each side, and that's what you really want. And you don't want to see one side dominate the other, but there is no question that Paulson Adebo has just been phenomenal at his DB spot. He's playing physical. He is playing tight. And I tell you, when a pass is completed against him, you have everybody in the media looking at each other like they can't believe it.
It's a fantastic sign. I mean, and then you think about a guy like Alontae Taylor, who the Saints used a high draft pick on, and I mean, he's just waiting in the wings behind 3 other dudes ahead of him. So Saints certainly are loaded there. Todd Graffagnini, radio voice of the Pels, pulling double duty right now, doing a lot of Saints work as well out there at camp. We appreciate the report, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.